Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and we are gathered again to discuss another movie. I think this one's from 2003, a Disney movie. We seem to do a lot of Disney movies, but hey, what can you do? This one is a take on a well-known Robert Louis Stevenson book, or what he did with Treasure Island. This is Disney's Treasure Planet, the fully 2D and 3D animated Disney movie. So we'll go around with everybody here with their opening thoughts of this movie. We'll go with Jake, because he mentioned that he used to watch this before. What about you, Jake?
I used to watch this all the time as a kid and loved it. 'Cause I used to love pirates, and watching it again, I love it even more than I did when I was like 5 years old. This is probably my favourite Disney film of all time. I love the characters. I love the world building. I love a story with great world building, and this film has got great world building in it. And it's a great take on, like what Lee said, the original Treasure Island. There's similarities, but with aliens, which I love. Such a good film to me. It made me laugh, cry. Oh, just great character design. It's just excellent. I love it.
Oh, brilliant. Start the cast as we need to go on. Positivity in this cast. There again, it could all change because we're going to go to Alex and Susan.
Well, it won't change that much in my case because I kind of like this one. My client Harry and his son LJ had it, and I just thought, how appropriate. It is kind of their story. It's about the kid is really amazing, and he is a super good sort of solar surfboard kind of rider, and he's a good rocket guy, and it's all based in a spaceship that looks like one of the sets from the Doctor Who episode of Enlightenment. And so there's that going for it, and it must be in the same galaxy as Star Wars, because they obviously have air all the way through the whole galaxy, because there's just like, you don't need a space helmet. You're totally fine. It's just it's a Star Wars kind of galaxy. It must be in the same galaxy. Anyway, I liked it a lot. Here's Alex.
Yeah, it had an interesting universe mix. I liked some of the ideas. It does look good. I didn't really like the robot kind of. I did like the kid. I did like the sort of how can you say, the man with the robot limbs or robot foot or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean it's an enjoyable movie. And if it's based on Treasure Island, that's pretty good. And some of the acting was good too. Let's see, what have you have?
Emma Thompson.
I knew it was David Hyde Pierce. I knew that was Emma Thompson.
Martin Short was the droid that
Yeah, no, I didn't like that. What else? Anything else? Yeah, so I mean that it's an enjoyable movie.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll move over to our other Susan. When she can find the unmute button. There we go.
I'm technologically challenged today. This was a dude Disney pick. I think it'd be a great one for teenage boys and younger. I think I liked it too. Up front, the link I was watching, I couldn't watch the whole thing. I was having technical issues. But what I saw, I did like. Excuse me. I knocked over my alcohol. Had to save the whiskey. So, it's coronavirus time, so we need our whiskey. Anyway, point. Good movie. Go watch it. So, but no, it was nice. I didn't see the second half. Was there a Disney princess in there I missed? No,
No.
thank God. You know, thank God. Too many princesses in Disney movies, if you ask me. But I loved that Emma was in it. I couldn't recognize the voice. It took me a while. David Hyde Pierce, fabulous cast. I believe the guy who was the lead, didn't he end up being Robin in one of the Batman films?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He sort of
You
played.
know, like at the end, it came out that he was going to be Robin.
Yeah, he was, but
Batman
he didn't.
Begins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So it was. I thought it was beautifully shot. It still wasn't from what I saw of it, it wasn't my favorite Disney movie, but I really thought that they took a new path, and it was an enjoyable one. And I'm glad that they were getting away from the princess thing. And I've had enough princesses. Okay, you know, you've seen Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Snow White. Although Little Mermaid's been in my head lately. I want to go where the people are. It's been in my head because I can't go where the people are. Right, more alcohol. Where's my alcohol? Here we go. All right.
Yeah,
Getting through the world.
There is too many Disney princesses. Yeah. Thank you for that, Susan. And Brian, it's your turn next.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Your turn.
Let's see. What can I say about this movie? Well, honestly, I think that this movie was probably it is a good, decent amount of a Disney film, but it is a little slow and not much enjoyable in most parts. So, I mean, no, it's not the film. It's not the whole entire film. I thought it was like in most parts, like most parts I found a little slow. Most parts I didn't. It's like an 50-50 thing when I watched the movie. But other than that, I did really. But other than that, I did enjoy the movie from what it was. It's not. I'm not saying that it's a bad movie. Just I'm a little 50-50 upon a couple of scenes.
I would say that the cinema going public when it came out was in the same frame of mind as you, then Brian, because I'm just looking at it now. It cost $140 million to make, and it only made it the box office 110. So it was
What's the
a lot of
song?
people.
Can't they make up a difference in videos and streaming and DVDs?
Yeah, but this is just the box office revenue here. It's classed as a flop. That is.
Well, with Treasure Planet here, is it is it any relation to the Atlantis film with Michael J. Fox?
No.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure because it kind of had because
it's a similar feel of movie, but it's a totally different story.
And the main character of the film within this movie kind of looks a little bit similar to Michael J. Fox's character in the other movie.
Yeah, you could say that about many Disney animated characters. They're very similar looking. So, yeah,
that's why. And plus, I think this is like a year after the Michael J. Fox one, but.
Yeah. So I think this was 2002, and that Michael J. Fox one was about 2000, 2001.
Yeah, so that I just wasn't sure if they were connected in any way or a sequel or whatnot.
No. But I mean, if you'd seen Treasure Island, you'd mostly know the story off by heart, and it's and to me, it is, bar numbers. It is bar numbers. This thing, the same story from beginning to end of Treasure Island. Long John Silver, is it Jim Hawkins? Ben, the crazy one. It's just that it's in outer space,
I never seen Treasure Island. I've with Treasure.
You could read the book too.
Yeah, could read the book. Yeah, Robert Louis Stevenson.
Yeah, I've never read the book or seen like any of the movies. If there's any more than one or anything like that.
There is loads of different versions.
There's a brilliant one with Eddie Izzard in it.
Yeah, that was about 8 years ago. Yeah.
So far, the only adaptation I've seen is Treasure Planet here of what we're reviewing. So, hey ho.
Okay, thanks for that, Brian. Yeah, as I said, it's like a colour by numbers. It is exactly Treasure Island in space. And for me, this is where it falls down for me personally. You'd have thought they would have done something different, because you knew what was going to happen. You knew beginning to end. You knew what was going. The treasure, the Long John Silver. Okay, yeah, it was space. Aliens. It was in space, but it was just nothing out of the ordinary. A good movie, enjoyable to watch. I agree with Jake. It is a good movie, but for me, it's not one of Disney's best. But I'm glad there's no Disney princesses in it as well, to be honest. I am getting a bit fed up with Disney princesses because we already have a couple of Disney princesses in the casts. Don't we, Jake? Excellent.
Well, I never said that. I said we can never have too many Disney princesses in the cast. Just not in the movies.
All right, and we also reviewed one about 2 years ago, The Treasure Island with Tom Baker in it.
Yes, we did. Yeah. The audio, yeah. He played Long John Silver in that one. Yeah, I mean the voice cast, as you say, is brilliant. Emma Thompson as the captain, Martin Short as Ben, the crazy robot. I love Martin Short. He's so funny, but he was not used well in this movie. So, they should have let him, give him a bit more free range. Like they did with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Free range, a bit more ad lib. No, it just seemed to me it was script to screen. This, I think.
Yeah.
But hey ho, and this was I don't know the first, but it was called Hey Ho.
Where are you from, Brittany?
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, it was the usage of 2D and 3D as well in this movie. It was not often seen that, and I read somewhere it was one of the most expensive animated film ever made at the time. They're traditionally hand drawn at the time, so I don't know how they thought they were going to get the money back on this. I don't know, because there was that many Treasure Islands out there. They should have done something special with this.
Were those numbers just for the US, or was it all the countries? And
I would say it's across globally, I think.
Because it would make a difference if it wasn't. Because sometimes these movies do better overseas than they do here.
Yeah, I think it's global box office, and it's just in dollars. That's all it is, I think.
It's beautifully made. If you tell me if the whole movie was hand drawn.
Most of it, apart from the 3D parts.
I mean, Pixar is great. Don't get me wrong. I love me a good Pixar flick, but there's something about animation that isn't strictly a computer that is just beautiful, and that kind of tells me why I really enjoyed the traditional.
I prefer the traditional animation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the animation in this. It was just gorgeously done, and especially when the ship was coming out. The first time the ship went up, well, I don't know, went out to sea, went up in the air with the solar sails furled and all that. That was just beautiful, really gorgeous.
Mm. Yeah, but you can't knock Disney for the animation and all of that. For how many years they've been doing this, you can't knock the company. No. It's just that sometimes they do have some of the movies of the release, you think, why did they do that? You know, and this might be just one of them. Yeah, it could be just that. I mean, yeah, they were just remaking all the old movies now as live action. I don't know why. I don't know. Right, we'll go to favourite moments and things you didn't like. Let's go to Alex and Susan.
Oh, I'm talking into my phone. Wow. Okay. Just a moment. First of all, I love the Mr. Arrow, played by Roscoe Lee Brown. I mean, Roscoe Lee Brown played one of the Zulu Kings in that one movie, and he's amazing. Anyway, really like him. And the other thing that I really liked was the little morph guy. That was fun.
Yeah, I like that guy too.
That was the way to get sassy in this movie. And I liked I love, like has been said, like Lee said, and maybe Jake said, and stuff about the world building was so beautiful. Yeah, so many different possibilities through that portal. Man, that was great. And then the destruction of all the treasure, because the people were the treasure. That was the thing. And that was my takeaway. Here's Alex.
Yeah, I know there was a great cast. I like what's his name? That robot guy with the legs. I like Roscoe Lee Brown. He's good in everything he's in. He died recently, I'm pretty sure. I like
Brian Murray played Long John Silver.
Oh, okay. I like that too. Yeah, so I did enjoy the style. I did enjoy the mixing styles. I did enjoy the cast. What was it a great story? No, actually, I don't think so. I did like the little blobby thing as well. But of course, if it's a Disney movie, when was this made?
It was made in 2000.
Because I felt a little bit like they were ripping off Aladdin, just a little bit. I said, well, I'm getting that feeling that. So yeah, I mean, again, that they do the same. They kind of do the same thing over and over again. Every decade, they kind of come up with a gimmick and they sort of put it in every movie, and then 10 years later, they'll come up with another gimmick. I guess now it's live action of everything. But yeah, I mean, it was an enjoyable movie. It was a good cast. If it cost $140 million, yeah, they probably spent too much on it.
There's another one, Laurie Metcalf.
Yeah, Laurie.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it was enjoyable, but yeah, if I had to pay, $20 or something for it, no, I wouldn't have enjoyed it too much.
Cool. Jake, over to you.
It's incredibly hard for me to pick any favourite moments or bad moments since I adored this film so much. But one of the highlights of this film is Long John Silver's hand and leg. The way it's animated, the way it can do all these different things. I was obsessed with that as a kid. I know because I've got tons of drawings of the character and all the different things in his hand. And it still obsesses me to this day because it's such a good design. Character-wise, the way they move, the way each finger moves, especially the blades and stuff, it's just such an interesting concept, and it works so well for like a space version of an established tale. Like, how can you make Long John Silver alien? You make him a cyborg, of course, because it fits in. I like Morph, like Alex said, a little cute thing. I've got drawings of him somewhere in my vast collection of childhood drawings. That's how much this film was engraved into my brain, because it interests me because it's in space. You get all these different aliens and stuff that still interests me. Character design, especially that evil spider one with the claws. It even scared me a little bit in this one because that's the way he moves and talks. What a good evil character! This is a film that has inspired me to do what I do now. And the animation, like what Lee was saying, stands up very well to this day. If they released it now, it wouldn't know any different, sort of thing. But yeah, I really do enjoy this film, and it's quite funny. Brian brought up Atlantis earlier because before I watched the film again, I got bits muddled up with it with Atlantis because that is also another Disney film that I adore. Because these sort of films prove you don't need singing ice women running around singing at everything.
Or snowmen.
Or talking animals. You don't need them in films either.
Oh, they did have one of those little talking, that little shapeshifter thing.
Yeah.
Was the talking.
It was an alien, though.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. But yeah, it proves. That's probably why it didn't do so well, to be honest. Didn't have your princesses, didn't have your talking animals, didn't have your sing-songs, but it didn't need it, if you know what I mean. It was good enough as it is, and that's my review of it.
Well, that was an excellent review, Jake.
It's getting better, isn't it? It's getting better every time we do one.
Yeah, that was amazing. Good for you. You know what was so cool is you get to hear the point of view of someone who was a child when it came out. You know what I mean? It's an entirely different point of view because you were the audience it was intended for. So I'm just so excited that you're excited. That makes me more excited. So that's really awesome. The movie was a success.
Yeah, and I love it when we do movies from 100 years ago because then I was there then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just in case you're wondering, the lead character, Corey Burton, who played Onus, one of the leads, he played that spider guy. He played Milo in Atlantis.
Okay.
He played Milo in Atlantis.
The spider guy, Scroop, was played by Michael Wincott.
Oh, I'm sorry. The guy who played Onus.
I'm watching Atlantis again.
Oh, right, yeah. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we'll go over to Susan number 2, the crazy dog lady.
Crazy dog. Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't steal my dog. So yeah, that's the joke. Basically, what I just said about Jake's review and how cool it was that he was so excited and how it affected him as a child. I think that's what I like best about this movie. I think that it did its job, and that's what Disney's supposed to be for. And if you have any children, I would highly advise that you play this movie for them. They've got plenty of time right now. Especially the little boys or little girls who aren't definitely in love with Disney princesses.
There's that many movies out there for
right.
I was with
that don't have Disney princesses. So, Jake, I really, that was an excellent review, and it made me feel happy. So thank you for that. Do I have to score it now? Is that what you want?
No. We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah.
Pretty much that was it. Everything we said before about the animation, yada yada yada, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go see it.
There we go. Thanking you. Right, we'll have to go to Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
Hello. You know what we're doing today, don't we, Brian? Right.
Yes, I do.
That's okay then. So you got any favorite moments?
I think my favorite moments within this film would probably have to be my first favorite moment would have to be like
have you been smoking marijuana, Brian? You're slower than usual today.
What?
Is everything okay? You're just a little slow.
Everything's out of sorts because of this damn virus going around.
Yeah. All right, well, take your time. We're here.
Okay, hold on.
Let me just connect the electric cables to the bottom of your bed.
No. But like the beginning scene, like where you get to see like that like this board scene, like where he goes like around the town and everything, and
like a space surfing board thing.
Yeah, that was cool.
Was that what it was? Like it was
like a hoverboard, wasn't it, from Back to the Future sort of thing?
Yeah.
Not exactly, but yeah.
Well, that's the sort of idea it was, wasn't it?
It was a solar windsurfer, dude.
All right, yeah, dude, solo windsurfer. when I saw that, all I could think is my
I
three nephews must
also,
have loved that.
I mean, I also enjoyed the scene like where they start heading into like the orange sky with the black hole. I thought that was a little nifty scene, like because it was like a whole catastrophe type of thing, and like they had to like try their way from not going into it, but they end up going into it anyway because it's a black hole. Can't refuse a black hole. And I think probably mostly the scene between but I mean mostly a couple scenes between the cyborg pilot and the main character, because it's a cyborg space pilot is kind of like the father that he never had, so it kind of shows like the progression and the relationship of the bond that they have, even though they end up like on different sides throughout the course of the movie, but at the end it actually shows them they equal respect of one another, and they go off and do their own thing, and they have the and he gives the shape-shifting little little creature to the main character, so it was nice.
Cool. You see, you do pay attention to these movies, Brian.
That's right, Brian.
Yeah.
Bedtime, Mel.
All right, that's it. You go back to sleep, Brian. I think one injustice of this movie is one of the voice actors who plays Billy Bones in this at the beginning of the movie, who dies in the inn and gives Jim the map, was played by Patrick McGowan of Prisoner fame and Danger Man, Secret Agent. I mean, a brilliant actor, but he was only in it for not even 5 minutes. Yeah, Jake, go on, Jake. You've got your finger up.
I'm going to throw in a quick Doctor Who thing while I'm here. When I saw that part at the beginning, I went, "Oh, it's a Chenolian from the Virgin New Adventures. He's a giant turtle alien."
He always wants to get a Doctor Who thing in here somehow. But yeah, I enjoyed it. There is that. It's full of action, adventure. It's a typical, as Susan said, it's a boys' movie. It's a boys' adventure tale.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I looked like one. It was the like end credits and everything. I saw like one of the names in it. I noticed one of the names, and it's Squidward from SpongeBob. I was just wondering, like, what character did he play?
What was his name?
I've
I've got the cast list down here. What was?
It's hard to pronounce. But I definitely recognized it. It's Rodger Bumpus.
Yes. Okay. We'll Wikipedia it later, and I'll message you it later, Brian.
And
that
also,
can be the question for the reader. Look into the comments below and see the answer to that question.
Yeah.
And also, I also noticed that. Susan's got it.
What does it say?
Oh, I fancy having a name
Rodger
like
Bumpus.
Oh, is it Bump Ass?
Bumpus.
Roger Bumpus.
Okay.
He played one of the policemen, is it?
No, not just one of the policemen, but he played another character as well.
Well, that's what they usually do. Voice actors usually do. Just play different characters in the.
And I also noticed that Sarah, the mom within the movie, like at the beginning and the end of the movie, she plays another mom within another Pixar film is Toy Story. She's Andy's mom in the Toy Story films.
Yeah. There you go. You've done your homework, haven't you?
Maybe.
And she's Sheldon's mom.
There you go.
Yes, she's Sheldon's mom.
Right. So shall we go for final say and score if nobody else has got anything to say about Treasure Planet? Okay. We'll go to our crazy dog lady. I'm the crazy cat man.
Well, I have a cat too, but she's not here right now. It's kind of hard for me to score this one because, like I said, I had a problem watching it and I couldn't get through the whole thing. Technically, there was an issue, but I think I would give it a solid 8 or 9. It's a beautiful movie, got a great cast, particularly if you've got a child, girl or boy, who is not necessarily into Disney princesses. This is an excellent movie for them. Particularly if you've got a girl or a boy who likes to skateboard. They would love this movie. They would just love it. My nephews would have loved this movie. So anyway, I really think it's a solid movie and it's a good thing to watch.
Cool. Susan and Alex.
Well, I liked it a lot. I liked it when I used to see it all the time, and I liked it to watch it again. It's very pretty. It's very fun. And I love the story. So yeah, I think I will give it a solid 10 out of 10. What is Jake showing? Let's
Jake
see it
drew
again.
that little shapeshifter thing.
Oh,
I'm pointing at it. I'm like,
work
"Jake."
guy.
Yeah. Okay. Because of the way that it looks and because of the cast, I'll give it an 8.
Cool.
So.
Cool. That was short and sweet. Now that must be a world record for Alex there. Brian, over to you.
My final shade and score would probably have to be I'll probably give it a 6 out of 6.
Really?
Wow, 6 out of 10.
I was going to say 6 out of 6.
6 out of 6 would be 10. Right? Really? That much? You didn't like it as much? That's kind of low for you.
Wow, I mean,
He likes the Disney princesses. He missed the Disney princesses and the
Did you
musical.
miss the Disney princesses?
no, that's Alex territory,
Did
not
you miss
mine.
the songs?
That's Alex territory, not mine.
I want to be where the people are.
Well, I never actually seen Little Mermaid, so.
But you knew what song that was.
Leave and go and watch it now.
Yeah, stick with this group, Brian, and you'll mostly get along there, and it will appear at some point.
I mean, I've heard that song, but I've heard the cover version of that song, which was by Miley Cyrus.
Well, oh God, sorry. Anyway, so we should definitely do that movie. I love that movie.
I'll be up for that.
Yeah, we'll do it at some point. We've got
Little Mermaid, Little Mermaid.
And now we will move over to Jake.
I cannot put a score on childhood happiness, but I will. But I have no choice but to give it a 10. And you bet, as soon as I get Disney Plus, I'll probably watch this once a month. To be honest, that's how much I enjoy it, and it's good for both ages. With either have kids, they'll make them watch it. Kids should be going and watching this. It needs a lot more fan base than what it currently has, because it's incredibly underrated as a film. It's honestly so
underrated?
good. I'd give it more than a 10 if I could, but as for it, it's a 10. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, what can you say? I think he liked it. I'm not going to give it a 10. I'm sorry. I just wish they'd done something different with the story. Tweaked it a bit here and there. Because you say it was just colour by numbers, Treasure Island from beginning to end. I'm going to give it an 8. Still a good score. It's just I was hoping for something more and a little bit different. But I don't mind it. It's a good film. So thank you guys for joining us, talking Treasure Planet. Thank you for making Jake's day for rewatching it because he loves this movie. You guys out there, if you've watched this, please leave a comment below. Tell us what you thought of this movie. Let us know if you would like us to review something. Let us know if you want to join us because we need some more people here. Some different faces, some fresh blood. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a thumbs down. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. We're all over the place. Social media is the thing these days because nobody can go outdoors. This lockdown thing. So
Yeah, it fucking sucks, man.
thank you for that.
Please.
Have you got plenty of soap, Brian? Because wash your mouth out.
Wash your hands, wash your mouth.
Yes, but yeah, this is the times now where people will be sitting around the TV screens, flicking the channels, seeing what they can watch because there's nothing else to do. But there is something you can do. You can subscribe to our channel, and you can press that bell, ding the bell. You'll get notified when we put up a new video, and you can sit down hours and hours, pure entertainment, or sometimes horror, because the casts do turn a bit nasty sometimes. That's sometimes got to do with who's hosting it at the time. But I won't go down that route because the Wicked Witch isn't here today. So thank you guys again. I love it when he's not here. I just get him in. But yeah, until next time, guys, stay tuned to us. We're just going to sit here week on, week out until we reach this pensionable age. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And we'll be back as soon as we can. Everybody out there, he did it again, didn't he? Every time. Do you know why I order?